Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the essential Linux networking commands you need to master. I have seen this take down production systems because when an application suddenly stops talking to a microservice at 3 in the morning, running a simple ping is not going to tell you why the connection is failing or where the packets are getting dropped. In the next 10 minutes, we are moving beyond the basics. We are going to look at the modern tools that real sysadmins and SREs use to inspect, debug, and troubleshoot complex network environments. Specifically, that includes understanding modern interface management, deep traffic inspection, mapping network paths, auditing active sockets, debugging DNS resolution, and working with isolated network environments. These are the topics we are going to cover in this video. So do not skip ahead, watch all the way through to actually understand this properly. Quick note before we dive in, this channel shares practical IT tutorials every week. So if that is useful to you, hit subscribe and join our WhatsApp community linked in the description for more resources. So why do traditional tools fail us in production? The reality is that tools like ifconfig and netstat have been deprecated for years. They do not understand modern Linux features like network namespaces or virtual routing and forwarding. If you are debugging a containerized workload, these older tools might show you the host view instead of the containers view, which is exactly how you end up chasing shadows while your users are staring at a 500 error page. So what is the IP suite really? It is the successor to the old networking tools. Think of it like moving from a static paper map to a GPS system that shows live traffic updates. It does not just show you the interface, it gives you granular control over routing, tunneling, and traffic shaping in a way that the old tools simply never could. The first command is how you quickly audit your systems. The brief flag cuts through the noise and shows you just the interface, name, status, and assigned addresses. The second command provides deep details about a specific interface. If you are debugging a physical link issue, this output will show you the exact MTU, hardware address, and carrier state. On screen, you see the output of the brief command. Notice how it shows the loopback and the primary Ethernet interface clearly. This is exactly what you want to see when you are logging into a server for the first time to verify its network identity. When you need to find out what is listening on a port, forget netstat. The S command is much faster. We use the flags T for TCP, U for UDP, L for listening sockets, P for the process name, and N for numeric addresses. This tells you exactly which service is bound to which port. Look at this output. It clearly shows the Nginx process. ID 123 is listening on port 80. If your application cannot bind to a port, this command will immediately show you if another process is already hogging that socket, saving you the headache of guessing. Now let us move to deep inspection. Tcpdump is the gold standard for packet capture. Here, we specify the interface, the port, and use the -v flag for verbose output. The -w flag saves the capture to a file so you can analyze it in Wireshark later. This is how you confirm if traffic is actually hitting your server or being blocked by a firewall. This is what success looks like. The capture is active and saving to disk. If you see packets received, but your application is not responding, you know the network layer is healthy and the issue is likely within your application code or a local service configuration. Sometimes your traffic just disappears mid-transit. MTR combines traceroute and ping into a real-time diagnostic tool. The R flag creates a report and the W flag gives you a wide display. This lets you identify which hop along the route is causing packet loss or latency spikes, which is a common issue when your servers are spread across different cloud availability zones. The report shows you the latency at every single hop. If the loss percentage jumps at hop 2, you know exactly where the bottleneck is. This is the difference between guessing which ISP or cloud provider is failing and having the hard data to prove it. DNS is usually the culprit for network issues. Use dig to query name servers directly. The first command gives you a clean answer for scripts. The second command uses the @ symbol to query a specific public DNS server for all record types. This is essential for verifying if your local resolver is cached, poisoned, or just plain broken. The output shows the resolved IP address. If this query hangs or returns a server failure, you have confirmed a DNS resolution problem. You can then stop blaming your web server and start looking at your DNS configuration files. Let me give you a real-world example. An e-commerce platform serving 10,000 requests per second saw intermittent timeouts. By using MTR, the team discovered a specific transit provider in one of their regional data centers was dropping 5% of packets. This was invisible to standard monitoring, but MTR caught it instantly, allowing them to reroute traffic and restore full stability. So what are the most common mistakes I see? First, relying on deprecated tools in automation scripts. Use the IP suite for better reliability. Second, forgetting to check your firewall. Even if the network path is clear, a local rule could be silently dropping your packets. Third, failing to check interface statistics. Sometimes the cable is bad or the port has errors. Check these counters before you spend 3 hours debugging your application code. Make sure to review each point shown on screen carefully. So when should you use these tools? Use the IP suite and SS for your daily management and auditing. Do not use Tcpdump for long-term monitoring, as it will consume massive amounts of disk space and CPU. Use dedicated monitoring tools like Prometheus for that. And finally, never ignore packet drop counters on your interfaces. If the kernel drops packets, there is a fundamental issue with your network stack or hardware configuration. Make sure to review each point shown on screen carefully. Here are the key takeaways. First, modernize your workflow by using the IP suite and SS instead of legacy tools. Second, use MTR to map your network hops when latency is inconsistent. Third, always verify DNS resolution before assuming an application failure. Fourth, be judicious with Tcpdump captures to avoid performance degradation. Finally, always check your interface error counters as your first step in hardware troubleshooting. If you found this video helpful and you think it can help others in the community too, please do like and hype the video. It helps more people find this content. Hit subscribe to stay updated for our regular videos. Join our WhatsApp community using the link in the description where we share more practical IT resources every week. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.